welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a specific film. So the specific film I'm reviewing today is called The Railway Children. You might also see it listed as The Railway Children Return, and I'll explain that in just a minute. This lovely movie is available now in theaters and on video on demand. It's rated PG and is an hour and 35 minutes. My movie review mom grade is a B, maybe even heading towards a B minus, and I'll explain that as well. So keep watching. In a nutshell, the film is based on true events that happened in the UK during World War II. It was directed by BAFTA-winning Morgan Matthews, written by BAFTA-winning Danny Brocklehurst, and based on a treatment by BAFTA-winning producer Gemma Rogers. So there's some nice pedigree in the production of this film. So the story takes place during World War II when British parents sent their children away into the country to escape the German bombings in London and in other cities, mostly in the southeast, known as the Baby Blitz. In this story, 3 siblings are sent to Yorkshire to live with, or as they say, Yorkshire, to live with a widow and her adult daughter. The children encounter a young American soldier there with a secret. Personally, I can't even imagine sending my children away like that during a dangerous war. I would have gone with them. So there were some things that I really liked and didn't like about it. So the movie. So first of all, the things that I liked. Jenny Agutter reprises her role from the original 1970 film about the railway children, also in the 2000 TV movie, and she was even in the 1968 miniseries on TV. She's actually beaten the record for playing the same character over the longest period of time in movie history. That's impressive. In fact, this movie uses the same Yorkshire locations where the 1970 movie was filmed. The children in the cast, I thought, did a fine job and are completely adorable. That's important when the movie's all about children. There's beautiful cinematography by Kit Frazier. It's a pleasure to play in the countryside with the kids. And in fact, I wish they'd spent more time running through the meadows and the fields and all of that. There's a little bit of that, but it takes place mostly in a home and a nearby railroad area. Thus the title. There's also a lovely soundtrack by Edward Farmer and Martin Phipps. It really takes you back in time through the costume design and set pieces. Of course, I didn't live during that time, but that's kind of how I imagined it would be. Fans of John Bradley from Game of Thrones will be thrilled to see him in a role in this film. It's short, but he's definitely there. Fun fact, one of the train drivers in this movie is the real-life daughter of the train driver in the 1970 film. So that's kind of fun. All right, so now let me introduce you to some of the things that I didn't like or thought could have been done better. For example, it's a very simple story told in a somewhat family-friendly way so that viewers who want action may wish for more action since it takes place during World War II. Now, there are bombings and children are frightened and you see some of that, and you do see some soldiers, but it's not the typical World War II movie. Fans of the original 1970 movie have actually been very critical of pushing American political issues about race in this movie. Now, I never saw the original, so I can't really speak to that point other than say that I've heard that the original was very sweet and innocent, and this new version definitely is political and definitely addresses racism. British film critics, in fact, who have grown up watching the original version, are hating on this new woke version of the story with its additions. It feels like a gentle introduction to World War II for children. And as I mentioned, the original title of this version of the movie was The Railway Children Return, which is confusing because is it referring to the fact that this is yet one more remake? Or I thought that it would be a sequel, like the children from this story now return back home to London And that's not what this story is about at all. So I'm wondering if they're going to make a sequel and have the children return home to see what's left of their cities after World War II. I don't know. Let me give you some tips for parents, since kids might be watching this movie with you. There is some violence, definitely racism, bullying, but no profanity. So yay, the children are in dangerous situations. They often make dangerous decisions. So if you watch this movie with your kids, talk to them about those decisions and the things that are said and done in this film. So some of the themes that are illustrated very well in the movie are bullying, the kindness of strangers, World War II, of course, the love and sacrifice of parents, courage and cowardice, hope, friendship, and racism. All right, so before we go, let me give you some recommendations for some other films that are sort of similar that I think you might also really like, and maybe even like more than you'll like this one. The first one I thought of is A Little Princess. It's also been done several times, and so you can check out maybe the latest version and see what you think of that one. And then another movie that involves children that has to do with the Holocaust and World War II is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Now, there is a lot more World War II and horror specifically about the Holocaust in that movie, but it features two little boys and how they discover them through this wall, the gated wall of the Holocaust concentration camps and the rest of the world, kind of. Anyway, it's very powerful. All right, that's it for my review. I hope that if you watch this movie that you do enjoy it. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it after you see it. And when you get a minute, be sure and hit subscribe and click on that little bell notification. What that does is let you know every time I upload a new movie review or trailer reaction or documentary analysis. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for visiting me over on Instagram and following me there, both as Movie Review Mom and as Trina Boice. That's my name. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.